Today I want to speak on overcoming fear and to look at fear for what it is, for who it is exactly. What is fear? And I just want to share my experiences with fear and how I chose to perceive fear. Starting this podcast, or me having this ability to put myself out there and to share my perceptions with other people, has been a blessing, but it has also been a very scary experience, more especially at the beginning, because I was fearful if I would be good enough. I was fearful if I would meet whether I would meet the requirements. I had questions and was in doubt, am I good enough to fit into the category of being a podcaster? Well, I consider myself a diarist. I would have those posing and probing questions. Statements like, what if what I say does not make sense? What if what I say, no one is really going to resonate with it? And as much as I resonate with a lot of things that a lot of creators have put out there, but who do I think I am? What makes me special? There's so many people out there who've showcased themselves and got still rejected. And I think for me, the key component here that I really realized or recognized that fear was bringing to the table was abandonment, the fear of being abandoned. And where does that come from? It comes from childhood, right? When my dad decided to leave the picture, he decided to leave. For what reasons, I don't know. And I've made peace with the fact that he's left. And of course, when I learned about that when I was young, it was not a pleasing experience, but there was nothing I could do. And we never really spoke about it at home. It was just the thing of, well, your dad left. Until my around late my first year, when I started attending therapy. I attended therapy and I got to learn that actually this hurts, him not being in the picture, it hurts. And it traced back to all the things that I was afraid to do because I was afraid of being rejected. You tie the things down, and the body and the mind is so marvelous to the point where it starts connecting and creating patterns based on our past experiences. So now, because I could not make sense as to why my dad left, the only plausible reaction or understanding or conclusion that my brain or the mind or whatever that is that concluded was that it is because of me. Like, why else would the person leave? Clearly, he's not happy with being around, and I'm the case, And that is just not a psychological, but a subconscious reasoning to make sense so that you can move on with your life. And I started adopting various, coping mechanisms to help me cope, and they did when I needed them to. But now I realize that they don't serve me. Not only is fear there to help me, it is there to keep me safe so that I could survive. But now, because I did not need to survive as much as I did when I was young, or my idea of survival has changed, and my idea of self needs to change as well. Fear is a friend that needs to be listened to. All of these emotions that we have labeled as negative simply could be because they are so intense that we find them uncomfortable, or because we have labeled them bad and we have not allowed ourselves. What's the word for not allowing yourself? We have restricted ourselves from learning to release the energy, the pent up energy. And we allow it to repress it. We repress the anger. We repress all of these emotions. And I know that we're speaking about anger, about pain, about fear. Oh my God, we might as well just speak about every emotion that there is. But I just felt led to just speak about the other emotions that exist that we have labeled as bad, because they aren't bad. It's that we have repressed them, we have suppressed the emotions because we do not know how to make sense of it, or we weren't taught how to make sense of it properly. Because it's scary. But I'm here to help you at least have a different outlook on fear. Each and every single emotion that exists is a messenger. It is there to gift you the gift of life. And the gift of life could mean different things at different times. It depends on where you're at in life. It depends on what you need to hear in that specific moment in time to help you move forward, to help you progress in life and not digress in life. And so for someone else, the gift of life might be, hey, it was not your fault. That's what you need to hear. Sometimes it is there to help you act in compassion. Sometimes it is there to help you see yourself for who you are, to rise above the shackles of your limited perception and move forward. And sometimes it is just there to hold you still, to help you realize that you're enough just as you are. So the gift of life is that dynamic. It is not defined to be that which it was last time. It is dynamic. It has a different gift. Present moment is also the gift. Anger could also help you ground yourself back to the present moment, which is also a gift, because life itself is a gift.